What the hell are we supposed to use, man? Harsh
Channing
language?
Tatum, or Channing Tate-Yum, as I like to call him. I stole that from Danny McBride. I didn't make that up. I had wanted to see it for a little bit, but The Lost City with my girl Sandra Bullock and my boy Channing Tatum, or Channing Tate-Yum, as I like to call him. I stole that from Danny McBride. I didn't make that up.
Channing fucking Tatum. I found him wandering on the freeway. I collected him, made him my bitch. Get off my dick. I call him Channing Tate-Yum.
Hardcore, man.
But yeah, we got ourselves The Lost City. You know, just your average little action comedy adventure with a little pinch of rom-com in there.
It's an action adventure rom-com.
Yeah.
You led me straight to the Lost City. Now, prepare to die.
There were just hundreds of snakes in this temple just waiting for us to show up.
What? Why aren't they biting that guy?
This is ridiculous. Delete. Delete. Delete.
You know, the movie for me started off like, oh man, I don't know if I could watch all of this. But I gave it time. I mean, it is actually really enjoyable and funny through and through. So I think it is a one watcher, but it was a really good one. And
Definitely a one watcher.
For me, it was fun and different, and because I don't really watch a lot of rom-coms, so it was good.
It's got that type of like appeal to it. It's like something you could just throw on and not have to like super focus on. I did think it was funny. It wasn't funny in any way where it's gonna like challenge your fucking, you know, your your brain or challenge your smarts in any way. But it was funny.
Jokes and references are pretty good throughout the movie. The fucking leet scene was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's the best part of the movie.
I do gotta say though, these PG-13 movies are getting out of hand. I mean, you can say dick in a PG-13 movie,
I guess.
And the scene by the fire was like super erotic. I mean, maybe I was a little slightly aroused after that. I don't know. Maybe just me.
I mean, it's Sandra, so
didn't expect erotica in a PG-13 movie. You know, it was like some softcore porn shit was going on.
Listen, Loretta, we need you to promote your new book on the Lost City. You can't spend your life in the bathtub drinking Chardonnay with eyes.
It's your basic cookie cutter action adventure rom-com. I mean, there's not a whole lot of them like this. Sandra Bullock is a beautiful woman. What was the
she is a beautiful
proposal?
Woman.
Yeah, we've talked about this. Women who have aged well. You know, there's a couple out there. Neve Campbell,
hang on,
Selma Hayek, Halle Berry, Marissa Tomei. Dan thinks Sandra Bullock's to the top of this list.
I changed it. Marissa Tomei's on the top of my list.
Oh, okay, all right.
I forgot she existed.
I mean,
love her.
Yeah, there's some great actresses out there who age really well.
Let's not be sexist, by the way. Channing Tatum's fucking hot too. I'd hold his hand.
Well,
for sure.
Yeah. But I like The Proposal better as far as the Sandra Bullock rom-com goes. Like, I think the back and forth between her and Ryan Reynolds was a lot better than
The Proposal's one of my favorite
Channing
movies, I think.
But this movie feels like a bit of a remake of Romancing the Stone.
That's a good pull. I didn't think that.
Speaking of Back to the Future, the guy who directed Romancing the Stone, what was his name? Robert Zemeckis.
Come on.
He did Romancing the Stone. That's Danny DeVito, Kathleen Turner, and Michael Douglas.
Great movie.
It's basically the same thing. You have a romance novel who gets like stumbles into this adventure, and it turns out to be like an action adventure romance movie. It's I don't even remember what year that came out.
84 something.
80s, yeah.
But, 84.
And it still holds up. It's a great movie. It's just that's what it reminded me of when I watched it. And this one probably had some better jokes. But the other one, I think, like I said, this is a remake of Romancing the Stone, but I think Romancing the Stone is a better movie if I were going to make a one-time watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world's sexiest cover model, Dash McMahon!
You do know you're not Dash, right? Dash is a character I made up. Dash! Oh my god.
Well, like I said, this movie, you're saying jokes. I don't think there were any real jokes in the movie because jokes would challenge your intellect. Like, this was just sort of like...
come on.
No, they do. Like, a joke is like a well-crafted thing that gets a laugh. In this movie, it was just like things that are funny. that make sense?
Oh my God. No, it doesn't make fucking
Whatever.
sense. Jokes make you
Yeah,
laugh.
Yeah.
I enjoyed your book about the Lost City, and I believe you're the one who can help me find its treasure.
I have to respectfully decline.
I'm afraid I must insist.
We got Sandra Bullock in this movie. She plays Loretta Sage. As Dusty said, she's a kind of a reclusive romance novelist, and she's on a book tour. And Channing Tatum plays Alan, who is her book cover model, and he's sort of he garners the fanfare rather than her, and she's kind of sick of it. And we got Daniel Radcliffe as some rich guy named Abigail Fairfax, and he's just like a generic like rich guy doing bad stuff. He's trying to like find this treasure, and he thinks she knows where it is, so he kidnaps her. Alan goes to save her. I gotta say, Brad Pitt is in this movie too, and he's one of the funniest parts of this movie.
Yeah.
So good.
Wait. Did you watch the mid-credit scene?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. While you were sleeping, yeah.
Yeah, I passed out at the end of it because we were watching it so late, but I had to go back and finish it.
Yeah. Brad Pitt, who's fucking hot as hell and a great actor, but goddamn does he have comedy chops. And I love seeing the few times he actually plays comedy roles these days, because it reminds me of True Romance, where he just played like the stoner guy.
Fucking kick your ass, man.
But Brad Pitt comes in this movie. He plays like a fucking like retired Navy SEAL, like special forces guy, and just it's so fucking funny.
It is funny.
Tell you who I didn't like in this movie. I did not like her publicist, played by Divine Joy Randolph.
Like
Beth?
her manager or whatever.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought,
Dude, what? Her manager was so dedicated. Everybody needs a manager.
well,
like
no,
that.
I mean, dedication is one thing, but I'm talking about as a character. I don't think she was very funny. Like those are the points of the movie where like I was just like, ugh. They're like the jokes that are like forced, and they don't really land because you could tell they're forced.
This movie felt like almost like a scary movie version of Romancing the Stone, kind of like
A little bit.
like let's just how much cheese can we throw into this? Because like Daniel Radcliffe's character as a villain was just ridiculous. What he was trying to do was ridiculous. Like, if you got that much money and you do some research, you're probably going to realize that it wasn't necessarily a treasure because you're talking about old shit. But yeah, I mean, there was just a lot of cheese in this, and I mean, but it was okay.
Unchain me!
That's your seatbelt.
Oh no. Loretta Sage is missing.
I'm gonna rescue her. I just want her to think of me as more than a cover model.
Let's start living dangerously.
Alan, what are you doing here?
We're here to save you.
I wouldn't say it's a bad movie. Definitely not a great or good movie. It's fun and entertaining, not worth, really deep diving it. It's your standard, like we said, action adventure movie with comedy and a little bit of romance in there. It's sitting on IMDb with a 6.2. I'd say that's probably.
I don't even want to rate it.
All right.
5.5. It's worth a watch if you're bored. If you don't see it, you're not missing anything. But it's a fun movie.
Come on, Marvin, give it a rating. The people expect it.
I'll give it a 5.
All right.
There you go.
5.
That's
I
the lowest
enjoyed
rating
it.
That's the lowest rating I've given yet, guys.
Hey, whoa, she doesn't need saving in there.
Okay.
What are you doing in there?
What's up, people? Dan here. Just to remind you that if you enjoyed the video, to please go ahead and hit the like button. It really helps us out, and it lets us know that we're doing an okay job. If you want to be notified for more videos like this, hit the subscribe button, and if you're feeling extra spicy, hit that little bell button down below. Give it a little tickle.